Meet the axolotl, the animal that refuses to grow up. While most creatures transform as they mature, axolotls stay stuck in a permanent juvenile state, keeping their feathery gills, their baby face, and their underwater lifestyle forever. This bizarre trait is called neoteny, and it gives them superpowers. Axolotls can regenerate almost anything: legs, tail, spine, even parts of their brain and heart, and they do it without leaving scars. Scientists study them, hoping to unlock human regeneration. Even stranger, if given certain hormones, an axolotl can suddenly transform into a land-walking salamander, like evolving on command. The axolotl is nature's reminder that staying young forever isn't just fantasy. For some animals, it's biology.
Octopuses aren't just smart. They're built like alien life. They have 3 hearts. 2 pump blood through their gills, and 1 sends it through the rest of the body. When an octopus swims, the main heart actually stops, which is why they prefer crawling. Swimming literally exhausts them. And that blood? It's blue, not red. Instead of iron like ours, octopuses use copper to carry oxygen, which works far better in cold, low-oxygen oceans. Their entire body is a masterpiece of strange engineering. Flexible, boneless arms with their own mini brains, skin that can change color and texture instantly, and a nervous system so advanced, some scientists say they're the closest thing to intelligent aliens on Earth. 3 hearts, blue blood, and mind-bending abilities, octopuses redefine what an animal can be.
Tardigrades, also called water bears, are the toughest creatures on Earth. So tough, they can survive outer space. These tiny, chubby, 8-legged microbes can shut their entire body down, like hitting a biological pause button. They dry out, curl up, and replace almost all the water in their cells with a special sugar that works like natural armor. In this state, they can survive freezing, boiling, radiation, crushing pressure, and even the vacuum of space with no air and deadly cosmic rays. When conditions improve, they simply rehydrate and come back to life as if nothing happened. Scientists still don't fully understand how their DNA repairs itself so perfectly. But one thing is clear: tardigrades aren't just survivors, they're virtually unkillable, the closest thing Earth has to a real-life immortal micro-creature.
The immortal jellyfish is one of the strangest creatures in the ocean because when it grows old, injured, or threatened, it doesn't die. It reverses its age. This tiny jellyfish, smaller than a fingernail, can transform its adult body back into a juvenile form, like hitting a biological reset button. It melts itself down into a blob of cells, then rebuilds its entire body from scratch. And it can repeat this cycle endlessly. No other animal pulls off a full life cycle reversal like this. Scientists study it because unlocking the secret of its regeneration could change how we understand aging itself. In a world where everything dies, this jellyfish decided to simply not.
Meet the pistol shrimp, a tiny ocean warrior with a gun built into its claw. When it snaps that claw shut, it creates a cavitation bubble that explodes with a sonic blast over 200 decibels, louder than a gunshot underwater. That bubble is so powerful it can stun or even kill small fish instantly. But the crazy part? The bubble gets so hot for a split second, it emits a flash of light, almost like underwater lightning. All this from a shrimp barely a few centimeters long. Nature's tiny demolition expert shows that size doesn't matter when physics is on your side.
The mantis shrimp is a colorful, deadly marine predator with the fastest punch in the animal kingdom. Its club-like claw accelerates faster than a bullet from a gun, hitting with enough force to shatter crab shells, aquarium glass, or even small bones. But speed isn't the only wild thing. Its punch creates cavitation bubbles that explode with extra force and heat, adding a second invisible hit. On top of that, mantis shrimp have 16 types of color receptors. Humans only have 3, letting them see a world of colors we can't even imagine. Tiny, flashy, and terrifying, the mantis shrimp proves nature invented its own underwater superhero, armed with punches and eyes that defy belief.
The platypus already looks like a creature stitched together from different animals. But it gets even stranger. Under ultraviolet light, its fur actually glows a bright blue-green. Scientists aren't exactly sure why, but it may help platypuses communicate at night or avoid predators. Add in the facts that it's one of the few mammals that lays eggs, has a venomous spur, and senses prey through electroreception, and you realize this animal is like nature's ultimate mashup experiment. Cute, bizarre, and glowing in ways we're only beginning to understand. The platypus proves reality can be weirder than fiction.
Some penguins take romance very seriously, especially Gentoo and Adelie penguins. Males show love by finding the perfect pebble and offering it to a female. If she accepts, it becomes the foundation for their nest and future family. These tiny stone gestures aren't random. Males will search for hours, sometimes stealing pebbles from neighbors to impress their mate. Penguins even keep their pebble collections safe, showing that in the icy Antarctic, love can be patient, clever, and surprisingly romantic. Nature's version of a proposal, rings, feathers, and all.
Crows aren't just smart. They're mind readers of the human world. They can remember individual human faces, especially ones that were threatening. If someone scares or harms a crow, that face gets recorded in their memory and shared with other crows. Years later, that same person might find themselves constantly watched, cawed at, or even dive-bombed by a whole crow community. They can even hold grudges and pass warnings to their young, proving that intelligence in the animal kingdom isn't just about tools, it's about memory, strategy, and a healthy dose of revenge.
Dolphins aren't just playful, they have their own unique names. Each dolphin develops a special signature whistle that acts like a personal ID, and they use it to call or get the attention of a specific friend. Remarkably, they remember these names for decades, even after years apart. Some dolphins even teach their calves these signature whistles, passing down a social language that's complex, personal, and deeply emotional. In the ocean, identity isn't written on paper, it's sung in sound waves.
Elephants are more than gentle giants. They grieve their dead. When an elephant encounters a deceased family member, it may touch the body with its trunk, stand silently, or even carry bones for days. They show behaviors that suggest memory, empathy, and ritual, sometimes returning to the same spot years later. Scientists believe this mourning reflects a deep understanding of loss and community, proving that some animals feel emotions as profoundly as humans.
Bees aren't just busy, they're surprisingly smart. Using a trick similar to how humans recognize faces, bees can learn and remember human faces for days. They do this by breaking faces into patterns and features, then recalling them later. This skill helps them navigate, identify threats, and even recognize friendly humans. For a creature with a brain smaller than a grain of sand, this memory ability is nothing short of astonishing, proving intelligence doesn't depend on size.
Giraffes are living skyscrapers, and their hearts work overtime to pump blood up their long necks. Their blood pressure can reach twice that of humans, higher than a garden hose, just to keep oxygen flowing to their brains. To handle this, giraffes have thick artery walls and special valves that prevent blood from rushing back when they bend down to drink. Nature designed them like hydraulic masterpieces, tall, elegant, and built to beat the odds of gravity itself.
Komodo dragons aren't just giant lizards, they're living predators armed with venomous bites. Their saliva contains toxins that lower blood pressure, prevent clotting, and induce shock, making even a small bite deadly over time. Coupled with their enormous size, sharp teeth, and powerful muscles, a Komodo dragon can take down prey much larger than itself. These apex predators show that evolution didn't just make a big lizard, it made a biological killing machine.
Ants may be tiny, but some species wage organized wars like miniature armies. Colonies send thousands of soldiers to invade rival nests, fighting over food, territory, or survival. These battles can last days, with ants sacrificing themselves for the colony. Some even use chemical signals to coordinate attacks and reinforcements, turning their tiny bodies into a single, unstoppable force. In the insect world, war isn't just human, it's built into the blueprint of life itself.
Sea cucumbers might look harmless, but they have a wild defense strategy. When threatened, they can eject their own internal organs to distract predators. These sticky, sometimes toxic organs tangle or repel attackers, giving the cucumber time to escape. The crazy part? After a few weeks, they regrow all the lost organs completely, as if nothing happened. It's nature's version of a biological smoke bomb, sacrificing parts to survive, then healing like magic. Some frogs have a survival trick straight out of science fiction. They can freeze solid during winter. Their bodies stop moving, hearts stop beating, and even breathing ceases. Special sugars in their blood act like natural antifreeze, protecting cells from ice damage. When temperatures rise, the frogs thaw and come back to life, hopping away as if they'd never been frozen. Nature turned these frogs into tiny, living miracles of winter survival.
Some sharks aren't just predators, they're glowing hunters. Certain species, like the lantern shark, have bioluminescent skin that emits a faint blue-green light. This glow helps them camouflage from predators below, attract prey, or communicate with each other. Imagine cruising the deep ocean, where even the hunters light up like neon signs. These sharks prove the deep sea is full of hidden wonders we're only beginning to see.
Bats are masters of the night thanks to echolocation, a natural sonar so precise it can detect a mosquito mid-flight in total darkness. They emit high-pitched sounds that bounce off objects, then interpret the returning echoes to map their surroundings in 3D. Some species can even distinguish textures, shapes, and movement, outperforming human-made sonar in speed and detail. For bats, darkness isn't a limitation, it's an advantage, turning the night into a fully navigable world.
Parrots aren't just talkers, they're mini linguists. Some species can grasp grammar patterns, not just mimic words, and use them to form meaningful sequences. For example, they can understand concepts like big-small or same-different and apply them in the correct order. This shows their brains can process rules and structure, hinting at consonantive abilities once thought unique to humans. In the world of birds, parrots are the scholars of language.
Termites are tiny architects with engineer-level skills. Some species build massive mounds with natural air conditioning, controlling temperature and humidity perfectly for the colony. They achieve this with ventilation shafts, tunnels, and chimney-like structures that circulate air, keeping the nest cool during scorching days and warm at night. These miniature cities operate like living skyscrapers, proving that even the smallest creatures can master complex engineering and environmental control.
Butterflies are delicate, but their feet are powerful tasting tools. They use tiny sensors on their legs to detect sugars and chemicals in leaves before laying eggs or sipping nectar. This means a butterfly can instantly know if a plant is edible or toxic, all without using its mouth. In the world of insects, legs aren't just for walking. They're full-on chemical scanners, turning every step into a taste test.
Kangaroos have a remarkable trick called embryonic diapause. They can pause a pregnancy until conditions are perfect. If food is scarce or the mother is raising a joey, the embryo simply stops developing. When resources improve, growth resumes and a healthy joey is born. This ability allows kangaroos to perfectly time reproduction in a harsh, unpredictable environment, nature's ultimate survival hack.
Owls are silent hunters thanks to special feather structures that muffle air turbulence. The edges of their wings are serrated, and the soft texture reduces noise, allowing them to sneak up on prey undetected. This stealth gives owls a deadly advantage at night, making them ghostly predators of the skies. In nature, silence isn't just golden, it's lethal.
Some lemurs have a quirky, wild habit. They rub toxic millipedes on their fur. The millipedes release chemicals that act like a natural intoxicant, and lemurs appear dizzy or euphoric. Scientists think this behavior may also help repel insects and parasites, so it's both fun and functional. In the animal world, sometimes getting a little high is just part of survival.
Koalas might look cute and cuddly, but they have a bizarre trait that could confuse crime scene investigators. Their fingerprints are almost indistinguishable from humans. Under a microscope, the patterns, loops, and whorls are remarkably similar. This isn't just a quirky coincidence. These prints help koalas grip branches and eucalyptus leaves securely, which is essential for climbing and feeding. So next time you see a koala clinging to a tree, remember, it's not just adorable, it's walking around with fingerprints that could fool a detective.
Hippos spend most of their lives in water, but when they're on land, they have a unique defense against the sun. Their sweat acts like natural sunscreen. It's a reddish-orange substance that blocks UV rays and fights bacteria, keeping their skin safe and healthy. This blood sweat is so effective that it prevents sunburn and infections, all while the hippo goes about its day. Nature gave hippos a chemical shield, proving evolution sometimes combines beauty, function, and survival in the strangest ways.
Some snakes don't just slither, they fly. Certain species, like the flying snake, can launch from tree branches and glide dozens of meters through the air. They flatten their bodies, creating an airfoil shape that lets them control direction and speed while moving between trees. This isn't true flight, but it's enough to catch prey, escape predators, and travel efficiently. In the world of reptiles, gliding snakes prove that even creatures without wings can master the skies.
Some goats have a surprising defense mechanism. When startled, they temporarily stiffen and collapse, a condition called myotonia congenita. Their muscles lock up and they topple over, looking like they fainted.
While it might seem clumsy, this reflex can confuse predators, giving the goat a chance to escape once it recovers. It's a quirky reminder that in nature, even a fainting goat can turn a weakness into a clever survival tactic.
Horses have a clever trick for staying safe. They can sleep standing up. Their legs have a special stay apparatus of tendons and ligaments that lock joints in place, allowing them to rest without falling. This ability lets horses quickly flee predators if danger appears, while still getting the sleep they need. Lying down is reserved for deep sleep, but for everyday rest, standing is both safe and efficient, nature's built-in security system for these majestic animals.
Antarctic icefish are some of the strangest vertebrates on Earth. They completely lack red blood cells. Instead of hemoglobin, their blood is transparent and oxygen-rich thanks to the cold, oxygen-heavy waters they live in. Their hearts are enormous to pump enough blood, and their veins are wide to maximize oxygen flow. In a world where red blood cells are essential, icefish thrive without them, proving that life can adapt in ways we never imagined.
Whales aren't just massive, they're underwater composers. Species like humpbacks create songs that travel for miles through the ocean, using low-frequency sounds that bounce and carry over vast distances. These songs aren't random. They can communicate location, attract mates, or even coordinate group behavior. To humans, it's haunting music. To whales, it's a vital tool for survival. In the deep ocean, their voices connect, guide, and mesmerize across the waves.
Camels are famous for their humps, but those aren't water tanks. They store fat. The real secret to surviving desert heat lies in their blood. Camel blood cells are oval-shaped, allowing them to hold more water and flow easily even when dehydrated. They can lose up to 25% of their body water without collapsing, and their bodies replenish fluids efficiently when they drink. Nature engineered camels not just for endurance, but for mastering one of the harshest environments on Earth.
Chameleons are famous for their color changes, but their eyes are equally astonishing. Each eye can move independently, giving them a full 360-degree view without turning their head. This lets chameleons spot prey and predators simultaneously, then lock both eyes on a target for precise strikes with their sticky tongues. In the world of reptiles, chameleons show that vision can be as flexible and deadly as any weapon.
Salamanders are nature's ultimate regenerators. If they lose a limb, tail, or even parts of their heart or eyes, they can grow it back perfectly, with bones, muscles, nerves, and skin intact. This ability comes from special cells that revert to a stem-like state, rebuilding complex structures flawlessly. Scientists study salamanders, hoping to unlock similar regeneration in humans. In the animal kingdom, they're living proof that losing a body part doesn't have to be permanent.
Vampire bats aren't just feeders, they're generous friends. When one bat fails to find a meal, others will regurgitate blood to share, ensuring the hungry bat survives. This isn't random kindness. Bats remember who helped them and are more likely to return the favor in the future. In the harsh world of the night, cooperation can mean life or death. And vampire bats show that even predators can have strong social bonds.
Tigers are iconic for their stripes, but here's a twist. Their skin beneath the fur also has stripes. Even if a tiger is shaved, the pattern remains, proving the stripes aren't just superficial. These stripes help with camouflage in tall grass, breaking up the tiger's outline and making it a stealthy predator. In nature, patterns aren't just decoration.
They're life-saving designs written into the skin itself.
Some jellyfish have a bizarre talent. They can clone themselves. When injured or stressed, they can split into multiple new jellyfish, each genetically identical to the original. This ability allows them to recover quickly, expand populations, and survive harsh conditions. In a world where most animals have only one life, these jellyfish prove that nature sometimes rewrites the rules entirely.
Some spiders have a surprising way to travel. They balloon through the air using electricity. By releasing silk threads, they catch electrostatic forces in the atmosphere, lifting them off the ground without wind. This allows tiny spiders to glide miles across fields, forests, and even oceans, colonizing new areas effortlessly. In the natural world, it's a reminder that flight doesn't always require wings. Sometimes, a little static electricity is enough.
Skunks are famous for their defense, but their spray is a precise biological weapon. They can aim up to 10 feet with incredible accuracy, hitting threats directly in the eyes or nose. The spray contains sulfur compounds that cause intense irritation, temporary blindness, and a lasting stench. Predators quickly learn that underestimating a skunk is a big mistake, proving that in nature, small size doesn't mean you can't pack a powerful punch.
Wolves are fierce hunters, but they also show remarkable compassion. Packs will sometimes adopt orphaned or lost pups, raising them as their own. These pups learn hunting, social behavior, and survival skills from the adoptive pack, increasing their chances of thriving in the wild. In wolf society, strength isn't just about hunting, it's also about community, care, and passing on survival knowledge.
Some monkeys treat grooming like a form of currency. They exchange it for favors, food, or social bonds, creating a complex economy of trust and cooperation. Grooming isn't just hygiene, it's a way to strengthen alliances, reduce tension, and climb social ranks. In primate societies, even small gestures like cleaning fur can carry big social power. Proving intelligence isn't just about problem solving, it's also about relationships. Sea otters have a charming habit. They hold hands while floating to stay connected in the water. These rafts prevent them from drifting apart while they sleep, keeping family and friends together. This simple behavior also strengthens social bonds and shows that even in the wild, animals have clever and caring ways to stay safe and connected. In nature, sometimes love and survival float hand in hand, literally.
Sloths are famously slow, and their bathroom habits are no different. They only poop about once a week. When they do, they climb down from trees to the ground, a risky move that exposes them to predators. Scientists believe this rare ritual conserves energy and nutrients, making it a clever survival strategy. In the animal kingdom, even something as simple as going to the bathroom can become a life-or-death balancing act.
Red pandas may look cute and harmless, but they have a clever trick. When threatened, they stand on their hind legs to appear larger and more intimidating. This display, combined with hissing, paw swipes, and tail waving, can deter predators without a fight. In the wild, size isn't just physical, it's perception, and red pandas know how to make the most of it.
Seahorses turn the rules of reproduction upside down. It's the males that get pregnant. Females deposit eggs into the male's brood pouch, where he fertilizes and carries them until they hatch. Inside the pouch, the male controls salinity, oxygen, and nutrients, giving the babies the best chance to survive.
In nature, seahorses show that parenting isn't limited by gender. It's about who's willing to carry the next generation.
Ravens aren't just clever, they can plan for the future. They hide food, remember locations, and even save tools for later use, anticipating needs hours or days ahead. This foresight shows advanced problem-solving and intelligence, once thought unique to humans. In the bird world, ravens prove that thinking ahead isn't just smart, it's survival.
Dogs have an extraordinary sense of smell, not just for objects, but for time itself. They can detect chemical changes in scents that indicate how long ago something happened, like a trail or a person's passage. This ability helps them track prey, find missing people, or anticipate events, essentially giving them a biological clock based on smell. In the canine world, noses aren't just tools, they're time machines.
Cats seem to disappear and reappear like magic. And part of that is thanks to their built-in GPS-like sense. They can navigate home over long distances, even in unfamiliar areas, using subtle cues from the Earth's magnetic field and landmarks. This remarkable ability helps them hunt, explore, and return safely, proving that a cat's curiosity is backed by one of nature's most precise internal compasses.
Orcas aren't just top predators, they're master teachers. Older orcas pass down hunting techniques to younger pods, from creating waves to knock seals off ice to coordinating complex group attacks. These learned behaviors vary by family group, creating unique cultures in different regions. In the ocean, survival isn't just instinct, it's knowledge shared across generations, making orcas both deadly and wise.